Hello, passengers of the cosmic intelligence. Welcome to Golden Angel Tarot. This is a timeless reading. This reading will be a pick-a-pile reading, and this will be about your transformation. So we'll be trying to understand what happened, how did you get to this point, what was the point, and what is the outcome looking to the future. If you follow me, you know that I give signs, synchronicities, dates beforehand. For this reading, we have origami butterflies. So origami butterflies, Japan could be a synchronicity, blue kites. And now I realize actually the kite's color was similar to this one, a little bit maybe lighter tone. Kites or blue kites. 0707 or 0707. Purple flower. This specific flower was, I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, grape hyacinth. I think that's the correct pronunciation and correct flower. Then a hedgehog and numbers 53 or 5353, 5353, 358, 358, 537, 537. And as I'm starting the reading, the time is 23:42, so mirror hours or 23:32, either of them could be a sign of synchronicity. If you are curious how these signs and synchronicities work, it doesn't have to be real life. You can come across on social media, on TV, on a movie you watch. You can hear it in the radio, in the gym. Someone might show you, you might hear two people talking and it might get your attention. And it's the same with the numbers. Probably they will get your attention, at least so far, how it worked for me and for my circle. If you experience the synchronicities in a different way, please feel free to share with us. So I will be drawing oracle cards beforehand, and I'll get extra guidance with my tarot decks. This is going to be a pick-a-pile reading. We have 3 groups, and first group has 2 butterflies. They want it to be in pair, purple or lilac and light blue or baby blue. And Journey, number 29, is the first group. The second one is this butterfly shaped like an accordion butterfly, and the card Hunter, number 27. And the third pile is this dark green elegant butterfly and the card Jaguar, number 28. I will put a close-up picture. You can pause and check the piles, cards, decks in detail, and I'll see you in the reading. Let's start. Hello, pile 1. So you have chosen the 2 butterflies and the card of Journey. At first glance, feeling energy is, I think you started this journey, you have this journey of wisdom, of getting deeper, maybe inside your life and outside your life, touching deepest parts of other people around you. I see this energy somehow protecting your heart. I don't know, but if you open your heart, your spiritual side, that side, that otherworldly side will be more open. That's the energy I get. With these two guys, you could be a Gemini. You can like 2, also with 29. I will sum it up to 11. You might be life path 11, or 11 sums further to 2. You can be a life path 2. Maybe this journey was a process that taught you how to be alone. Maybe you were afraid to be alone, but you learned how to become. When two becomes one. Was it Spice Girls? Okay. Any of synchronicity for pile 1, 2 become 1. I hope I'm remembering correctly. So, yes, like I said, you could be a Gemini, you could have a twin. This could be also like representation of the duality, in and out, light and dark. Maybe this was a journey that made you got these things together, merging 2 parts, merging 2 worlds, merging 2 skills or 2 different cycle kind of thing. And that is full of wisdom and spirituality, I think. And maybe one is down, the other one could help. Because this guy wants to lie down. All right. Okay, so this first card is for your first question. I drew other 2 cards for other 2 questions. So I will get guidance with this deck for the first question, with this for the second, and with this the third one. So I'm gonna put these here for a while, and we will tackle other 2 questions later. So the first one is, I'd like to know what happened, what took you to this point, what was the journey, what was your journey like? So I've shuffled your cards beforehand, but I feel like I want to shuffle one more time. And also with this deck, the Ouroboros, the eye, the snake, like a completion, a journey from your inner self to your outer self, your outer self to your inner self, maybe getting more information. And also with all the decks, bottom of the deck is the light warrior. So I think, and also I talked about 2332 when we start. This is card 32. I think everyone who felt drawn to this reading are some sort of light workers. It doesn't have to be a big thing, in my opinion. If you are somehow adding value to your life, even you being happy, creating things and making yourself happy will be raising your frequency, and maybe you light up the people around you. So it doesn't have to be a big thing like saving the world, maybe. We'll see. So what happened? How did you got to this point? How was first part of your journey like? Okay, King of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. Death. Two of Wands. I think this is enough. Eight of Pentacles. I think your journey was a slow start, and like I said, something to do with being alone, finding the courage to be alone. In classical Rider-Waite-Smith, there are two figures, two people in this card, in Five of Pentacles, but this is you, even without support, finding the courage in you and continuing. So maybe you decide to take control of your life, or things, circumstances, people made you do it, but somehow you have found the fire, the healing power, the dragon in you, the part that needs to be on the stage, and the sophisticated part, the one that wanted to heal themselves and heal others, maybe. And it was a big transformation, I think. More like mental, I get death, because literally it doesn't mean death usually. Yes, this was, you had to do this. You felt like you had to do this, and even with some parts that you felt like missing, it was a necessary sacrifice, and you decided to move forward. You decided not to stay stuck, take the matters in your own hands, and lean on yourself. So you trust yourself more than others. It doesn't mean you don't trust other people, but what I get here is, again, a journey that started with loneliness, with finding the truth in your heart, and then it got all the way out. Your heart expanded so much up to the cosmos, and you found your wisdom, your spirituality, maybe maybe the skills, the wisdom of your ancestors, could be, because I strongly get this, like, two become one thing, you know. And I got it before, while I was folding the origami. Actually, I folded one first, and I felt like it needed a companion. So I think this also could be you getting a companion, like a divine companion. I don't know if you're a believer, I don't know what you believe in, but this is like you finding your playmates, something like that. And bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. So you are strong. You rise above from everything. And maybe this is your soul's mission, to transform and keep going no matter what. Even if the pentacles drop, and if things feels like they're all falling down, you are here to rise up and build again. With 11, now 22, I'm getting 22. Are you a life path 22? Master builder? That's what I get now. Something like that. Could be. Could be, my friends. All right. So let's get this one. So the second oracle card is Whale Song, the Echo, and number 61. So, you know, whales are ancient creatures, wise. Sometimes they are also alone. They sing in the ocean to find the soulmates, the playmates, the divine, maybe. Their songs are divine, that's for sure. And maybe to build some things. That's what I get here. And with the water, purification, singing, reaching out, reaching to people and extending your wisdom, maybe. Something like that. That's what I get. Okay, I'm gonna get extra guidance with this deck of mine. And my question is, what was the point? What did it add to you? What have you become after this death process? What have you become? The Chariot, number 7. 3 of Wands. Six of Cups. Nine of Wands. This one. 9 of Swords. The Hierophant. 4 of Swords. I'm gonna take these two. The Magician and 8 of Cups. Bottom of the deck is 6 of Pentacles. You could be a Libra. You could have Libra placements. Somehow I got it. So what I get here is, you know, we ask what was the point? What did it add to you as a skill, as a person? So I think you were too scared to take action. And this was a way of life to teach you how to take initiative. How to take initiative, how to make plans, how to decide on things, to trust your judgment. And with this card I get extending your empathy to people who need it. Could be kids, could be young adults. Maybe you will mentor them, you'll coach them. It doesn't have to be a professional job. The young adults around you, maybe giving advice, valid advice, could be it. And these are intuitive hits. You got stronger intuitively, and I think your communication, the more you got stronger, the stronger you got, the more confident you got, and the more clear your communication got. See, blues here, like a throat chakra opening. I think it's how to communicate, how to trust your judgment, how to communicate it correctly, and how to defend yourself. Maybe those were times when you felt lonely, to defend yourself and to even things feel like a nightmare, even if in the hardest times, finding the strength in you. And maybe this could be ancestors supporting you, or whatever your belief, your spiritual self, your spiritual practice, maybe somehow supporting you. And maybe you got back, you have found God, you have found the divine power, whatever you believe in. If you don't believe in, you have found your way back to yourself, maybe. And in the face of hardships, you have added the skill to sit and contemplate and maybe determine the root cause and the practical solution to things. And like with the magician, the power, the inner power within you. I think your transformation added these to you, and maybe beginning your spiritual journey, or leaving your comfort zone and diving deep, even if it scares you, diving deep into stuff and fixing it somehow, or figuring a way to again with like merge things or alchemize things, like the temperance card, you know, getting two different colors together, or finding a way to merge things, like I said, two different areas, two different style, something to do with that. I think that's what it added you. And there's the last question. This is number 25. Letting go, flowing, leaving, purifying, taking, it says. So with this deck, this is the priestess of the waterfall. And see how similar they look, this figure here. I'm sorry, butterfly. See how similar they're, like they're protecting their hearts, or maybe holding space for others, could be. And it feels similar to me, like this owl in headspace, and this spiral, like opening, somehow this opened something, you rising above, your mental space expanding, or maybe your clairs expanding, your third eye, your heart. And I see, like I said, I see this cosmos and stars here. You got in touch with your intuition with this journey, or your spiritual journey has just begun, and it's going to go on stronger with these skills you added, with this confidence, because you know, with the clairs, you gotta trust them. If you, I mean, that's what I feel like. If you somehow suspect, the flow diminishes. If you trust the flow, like all hatches open and it just flows to you. That's my experience anyway. So this card will be the oracle card for the last question. So my last question will be, how should you utilize this gift, this skill, this person you have become, this confidence. How should you utilize moving forwards? How should you continue? The Lovers. The Sun. Three of Pentacles. I'm gonna take one more. I think we don't need more. The Empress. So 33 might be a synchronicity for you. 5 of Cups. So I think how you should move forward is, before you would be feeling lonely and you will be reluctant and hesitant to do things, but now I think you will make your choices the most healing, the most useful, the one that is okay with your heart, coming from the heart. You will listen to your heart. When I say listen to your heart, your intuition, everything. Think of everything. So this Lovers means choices, but I think you will choose from the bottom of your heart. And I think you're supported by the divine. This is a beautiful, beautiful road, and you're encouraged to keep going, like the white horse. You know, this horse is not in a hurry, but confident. Like the crow is. The crow knows what they're doing. They trust themselves. They're full of life, full of life. And I said, you know, like, which card was it? With this card here. Like rising up, being on the stage like the lion. You would be on the stage. It doesn't have to be like a get popular fame kind of thing. You could be in the stage, main stage of your loved ones, of your circle around you. And keep expanding. Keep expanding, keep adding to your skill set, keep adding to your life, and you adding to your life will add to others. They will benefit from this too. And this will be a smooth sail. I think you're good to go. You're good to go. Just follow your heart. Follow your heart, and you'll be guided. And you would know what to do best. And like I said, decide on following your heart. And now with everything you have gone through, everything you have experienced, you got the skill to see the other option. You're not getting stuck in one way or one thing or one person. If something doesn't work, you find a way to make it work. If you can see from a thick forest, you'll find that one way among that feeling of desperation, that sadness. It doesn't have to be like, I don't mean you're going to experience sadness or anything, but Emperor wanted to show you'll be the emperor of your life. You'll be the emperor. We are in the Aries season. If you're watching this around the time I'm gonna post it, we are in April 2026, so a lot of planets will be lining in Aries. So it's time for action, initiation, and follow your instinct. Also, this one I will show. See, 3 of Pentacles. I think you'll expand with your work, with your character, with your skills, with your personality. You will add to yourself and others in your life immensely, is what I get. I'd like to get one spiritual message for you. So, what is your message? What is your message? Let's just want one. Okay, this one. How brave he is. See that? On your soul's journey, you need to lose yourself so you can find yourself again. Follow your dreams. I think you are done with losing yourself parts. Of course, if you want to lose and find yourself again, it's not an easy journey, but I see this brave person here following their truths, their values, and the white horse. So follow your dreams, your vision, your heart's friends. You'll be more than okay. This was a reading. If you liked the reading, feel free to hit the like button. If you'd like to follow more readings, feel free to subscribe. If you'd like to check other transformation stories, maybe you have more than one story, feel free to check other decks. Love and peace. Bye. Hello, pile 2. You have chosen the Hunter, number 27, with the Accordion butterfly. So what gives me is, you might be playing accordion, you might be a musician, you might like art somehow, adding new things, maybe ruffling people's lives a little bit, and spreading your wings wide, as with the card here, with the Hunter. I'm seeing a bear, a beak of a bird, and so bear could be your spirit animal, hawk or eagle or deer with the antlers might be your spirit animal. What else? I feel this, seeing the bigger picture energy, getting, like locking in the target and getting what you want. I think you have learned to add some ruffles, push some buttons, push some people to the limit maybe, and creating some change. And with all the decks, bottom of the deck is the light warrior. So I think you people who are drawn to this reading are light workers. And with the transformation, I mean, if you're interested in your transformation, you gotta be doing something about it. So that's what I get. I'm gonna use these oracle cards. I've drew them beforehand. I'm gonna use them for other questions, so keep them aside for the time being, and let's find out. I want to shuffle one more time. I couldn't shuffle, so I can shuffle normally. So maybe, like I said, adding ruffles, somehow disturbing people a little bit, and making a change with that. Maybe you might have sharp words, you might have this confident character. It's something like that. All right. I felt the need, this is the Hangman, and I felt the need to like turn it a while, you know, like changing the point of views of the people. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so what happened? How did you got to this point? What was your transformation journey? What was your journey? Okay, this wants to come out for once. Nine of Cups. King of Swords. I think you're a thinker, a person, the Fool, approaching things with a philosophical point of view, or thinking out of the box somehow. I don't feel the need to get one more card. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. So, okay, this wanted to show the Emperor. So, we are in the, if you're watching this around the time, I'm gonna post it. This is April 2026. a lot of planets are aligning in the zodiac sign Aries, so it is time for initiation and taking action and being the emperor of your life and trusting your judgments. And that is what I get. With all your choices, you are going to be trusting your judgments. So what got you here? What was your journey? I think you were somehow stable, comfortable, but you weren't. I mean, you probably had this, maybe you didn't have money problems. You had this rather maybe comfortable childhood, but I get this not satisfied energy here. You were not satisfied, and I think you were not judging. You're not judging, you're just thinking. You're a thinker, like I said, battling with these monsters in your head. You were comfortable, but you were not. And it was not enough for you. Things, people, concepts, systems, it was not enough for you. You were searching for more. You were searching for a different point of view. You were searching for a change. You always look for a change. You could be an Aquarius. You could have placements. That's how I felt like now. Change. And experiencing things, considering both sides. Like this butterfly, it's not completely gray, it's not completely purple, lilac. And with this purple, I get a lot. There's also this like grays, matching grays here. Non-judging energy. You're not judging people. You're neutral, but you are questioning the system, the things that are traditional. This is traditional, but why? We do it like this, but why? And like 2 and 7 sums up to 9, like the closer, getting things to close, thinking, like I said, thinking out of the box. Like somehow things are blocked somewhere, and you think out of the box and you get this new fresh point of view. Or you got blocked and somehow you got this fresh point of view. I think this is also a character, how you live your life. I mean, it's not 1 or 2 circumstances. This is your life. This is you. This is the mindset that got you here. And now, Queen of Pentacles. Being practical. All with being practical, being useful. If this can serve you, how things can serve you, and how you can serve people, kind of thing. That's what I get. Okay, let's get your second cards. Number 12, Dragon's Treasure or Dragon's Hoards, protecting the future. So everything you do is for expansion, for purification. You can see things from a higher perspective, like a bird's eye view. When people get stuck, you see this more expensive solution, expensive way, and you change people's lives and you change your life. You keep changing. That's the thing for you. You keep changing. That's what I get. And you're good at that. This is what you do. This is how you were created. That's what I get. Okay, let's see. This card was for the question. Also, okay. The bottom of the deck is Beloved number 2 for this card, and this also wanted to show this is being a tool for the divine, using your wisdom, your skills, And also, like I said, you might be playing an instrument. That's what I get. And from like 9 to 10, you are this finisher, the closer, the balancer, accepting things, but not. This says radical acceptance. So you find a radical solution that people can accept. That's what I get. Okay, so I'm gonna get extra guidance. What was the point? What was the point of you living these things, being like this transformation of yours? Knight of Cups, and this is a feminine energy. I'll talk about it soon. The Page of Pentacles, King of Cups, again a feminine energy. Queen of Pentacles, oh my god, wow. wow. Hangman, 12, so 12 could be a synchronicity for you. Three of Pentacles. Do I want to get more? I'm gonna get 2 more. This one. Page of Swords. And this one. King of Wands. So kings and queens and kings and queens. See, you already got this. This is like a... you got out of the factory this way. You know, you might have some inclination towards cars, maybe modification. So 2 of Swords. So in the face of things that people can see, the alternative ways they can't think, you step in. This one I wanted to show the sun. The sun, see? And yes, 9 of Swords. Okay, this mental, you are a rebel. You're a rebel, but you did this intuitively. You did this. This is you. This is you. So the transformation you had was upscaling your skills, I think. It was not a dramatic change, like changing. It's not like you changing your personality totally. This is like upscale of your skills. So you are the Knight, now you're the King of Cups. You are the Page, and now you're the Queen of Pentacles. And you are the Page of Swords. You are the King of Wands. So again, intellectual, expensive. You like working with people, and people like asking your advice, asking for your advice. You are the one to go to in the face of hardships. If there's a blockage, you fix it, you open it. And you are skilled in many ways. Again, you can be a musician, you can be an artist, you can be a car technician, I don't know. Whatever you do, and like with classical Rider-Waite Smith tarot, a hanged man stands upside down, but here it is, it's not upside down. So this is you. Like you, again, you don't approach this like that, you know, like you already have you are like this by default. You are the hanged man by default. And you can have Pisces placements, you can be a Pisces. That's what I got now. So, like I said, you have the intuition, you have the skills, you have the practicality. You have this brilliant mind questioning things, and how can I make this better? And you are very well liked, and this only added to you edit yourself. This practicality, this service, yes, this is it. I mean, like I said, not dramatic stuff, nothing like of sorts, but you transformed naturally. This happened naturally. This flew naturally, I think. And the point was to you being of service in everything you have, your skills, all whatever you have, all your skills are treasure. Whatever skill sets you hoard under your belt is serving the future of you and people around you. That's what I get. So I want to ask the last question. So death and rebirth from darkness to light, number 19. So this is for the last question. And how should you utilize it? How should you move forwards? Is there anything? I mean, we know that you go on being you with an open heart, an open mind, and a light-hearted way, coming from your heart space to actually be of use to yourself and people. A good Samaritan, let's say. All right, this wants to come out. So the magician. You're the magician. Keep on what you're doing. And 4 of Pentacles. So with this one, again, 3 and 4 of Pentacles, you keep building and building and building. More, both practical and both, let's say, otherworldly ways. The Star. So you know how to alchemize things, how to merge things, how to fix things. Yes. You keep doing what you do, actually. Not much to say at this point. Queen of Wands. So again, you could have Leo placements. That's what I got now. Let's say Queen of Wands. You know, with the Wands, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Maybe just a small note, because here with the King of Wands, kings are more action-oriented, more in control. But for the queens also nurture others too. Maybe you have a tendency to do everything yourself. You can delegate. That's what I get. If you delegate with the teamwork, I think you already are good at teamwork, but somehow maybe, I don't know, like I always get this lions with this manager vibe, and like crow on top of them is maybe you appointing managers and you concentrating on being the CEO or CTO or whatever title you have, or if it's with the people, I think you somehow are advised to delegate, like work together. That's the vibe I get here. The Empress. So let me think. Yeah. No, I think you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Be relaxed. Trust other people. Like I said, like maybe they don't think as creative as you do. Maybe Ace of Cups, but trust it. Trust that, because people mimic each other and people learn. You know, like people around you will probably adopt the way you think, and they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And 4 of Cups. So again, I think you get these messages from the divine. It's given to you in a full cup, and you make things happen. So, like I said, okay, here 2 cards wanted to show. Let's see. 10 of Wands and 10 of Cups. Okay, 10-10 could be a synchronicity for you. I think, yes, I really strongly get this message of not getting all the responsibility. I think it's time for more collaboration. It's time for more collaboration. All right, I want to take, and I see 51, 15, 5115 mirror hours could be an extra sign or synchronicity for you. I want to get one spiritual message for you. What is the message? Okay, this one wanted to come from the start. Okay, so you are a wise owl and you are the rock, and other deers will follow you. Other deers will follow you, and I see a heart here. I don't know if it means anything. That's what I saw. Alright, let's see. Never be afraid to voice your truth. A truth comes from a deep place within your soul. So that heart could be the divine, your soul, your higher self, whatever you believe in, telling you what to do, and you're a wise owl, and you think out of the box. You rock, friends. You're amazing. You're amazing. Your transformation could only make you rise. And you are the transformation. That's what I get. And you're amazing. We need more people like you. I think hopefully they will rise in numbers. Okay, so this was a reading. If you like the reading, feel free to hit the like button. If you like to follow more readings, feel free to subscribe. If you feel like you have other transformation stories you need to listen to, you can check other piles. So, love and peace. Bye. Hello, pile 3. You have chosen the Jaguar card number 28 with this green elegant butterfly. So what I get at first glance, the energy I have here is you could be someone who is really, really elegant. The way you do things, you can be a diplomat, you could be a negotiator, finding the middle ground, someone finding the middle ground, balancing things out elegantly. And now I got in excess elegantly wasted. I don't know, I mean, even if you're wasted, you do it elegantly, maybe. If you don't remember, it's elegantly wasted. Oh, yeah, something like that. So I hope I was correct. That's what I remember, one of my favorite songs actually. So you might be doing everything you do elegantly with the flexibility of a jaguar. You know, when they hunt, they move so elegant, so locked onto the target, gazing deep into the dark. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they hunt in the dark. So whatever your transformation is, it made you this, it transformed you into this elegant hunter. That's what I get. Do you hunt your inner demons? Maybe. Do you hunt the dark sides of people? Maybe. Do you hunt evil people? Maybe. We'll see. Now I'm seeing 55, 11, 44. These could be extra synchronicities for this pile. Yes, alright, so I'm gonna ask other 2 questions. I've drawn these oracle cards beforehand. By the time being, I'm gonna set them aside. Let's get this. Let me shuffle one more time. And what happened? How did you get to this point, to this sharpshooter, to this Sharp hunter. Okay. 4 of swords. 6 of swords. So, Ace of Pentacles. The Star. I think this is all. I don't feel the need to get more cards actually. King of Cups. I think somehow with your thought process, with your willingness to analyze things, I think you are highly intellectual and an elegant person in nature and with your thoughts. And I think you think a lot about injustice and things that don't work out, and you want to make a difference in the world. You might make a difference. You want to change things for the better. You want to show people hope. You want to give hope. And you want to find hope. I think that's the need to find the hope, and doing something tangible is how you got to this point. Your transformation was this urge. Was it injustice? No, it's not. This card is not something like that, but this feels somehow on the way lines got blurred, something got muddy, and I think you wanted to find a way to fix this. And I think you were praying hard, or you were working on your confidence. You were praying hard to find the confidence to do this, to be on this path somehow. That's what I get. Yeah. Something with the justice. Some things didn't feel just. Maybe you were this really elegant person, but life or people or circumstances were not that elegant with you. But still, you didn't lose hope. You didn't lose hope, but you found a different path to fight back. A different way to move out of this unjust situation, places, people, things, work, I don't know what it is, and move towards from being stuck to finding a solution, something useful. That's the urge. That's the transformation. That's how we got here. All right. Let's see. Your second card is Root Girl, 46. It says denied ego, denied personality, something to do with yourself. I think what I get here is also I'm seeing 5 and letter N and Arabic. Arabic might mean something to you. You maybe reading things in Arabic. Holy book could be. This was a slow process for you, and it was boggling your mind, and the circumstances, the things that made you feel. I don't know if you experienced it or if it was just like mental space, but you felt the pain or the desperation of the people, but somehow this made you feel lonely and you wanted things to change. That's what I get. You want to open hearts of the people. That's what I get. You want to let the sun in and make it useful. There's all the light around the world, and I think you, like a hunter, like a jaguar. No, I said like a hunter. Oh, it was pile 2. If you feel drawn to pile 2, you can watch it. Its significator cards was the hunter, I think. So, and also it had jaguars too. I think 2 and 3 might be more connected than the other pile. We'll see. Okay, so yes, that's what I get. Okay, let's check. What was the point? What did this add to you as a person, as your skill set? What is it? What do we need to know? Okay. Queen of Wands. 6 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Hanged Man. It's a feminine energy here. Queen of Cups. 7 of Cups. Do I need more? One more. And Temperance. I think 9 of Swords. So again, with all these swords, the darkness, this card wanted to show 8 of Swords. So you felt in your headspace imprisoned by the system, things, people, circumstances, the way the world goes. I don't know, something triggers you, maybe triggers you still. I mean, we are human. It doesn't all go butterflies and rainbows in the world right now, so it's normal. But again, it's not something, this is your life, this is the path that's led you here. Your urge to create something. Black cats could be a synchronicity for you. What else? I see all this nurturing energy here. You are a nurturer. King of Cups is also nurturing energy. So you are a nurturer and you wanted to light candle to darkness in the world. And I think you're supported by the angels. Again, this stuck energy, I don't know, I don't feel like it, but were you in prison? Somehow you had to, it could be a mental prison too, doesn't have to be actual, but you really like the stuckness, this desperation triggered you for making things better, extending grace to others, extending mercy and grace with the graceful butterfly, something to do with grace, someone with the name Grace maybe, could be a synchronicity for you. And you wanted to change things, you wanted to get out of this stuck energy, and you wanted to show people their options. This is your skill set. You will be able to show them their options, that there are options, you're not stuck in one place. And you might be a healer. You're really supported by angels, that's what I get. I mean, we're all, if you're a believer, I believe that our guardian angels, multiple, I think, are with us, with all of us. If you reach out, you don't have to reach out, and probably they don't, unless you ask them to, they don't intervene with things or how you act, free will thing. So yeah, okay. So last card is touching the ground, adding something new, number 12. And again, the angel. This is the angel priestess. A lot of angel energy. This is the, I think, if I'm not wrong, rainbow angel. This character was referred to as rainbow angel in the guidebook. So yeah, something with angels, charity work, maybe you're helping the helpless, could be. Okay, so touching the ground and growing something new. So I think you are invited to make tangible things. If you already do that, which I feel like you do, keep doing that. If you're in the verge of, like, in the process of thoughts, I think you'll be able to create something that will help people, you and people both. Okay. How should you utilize this transformation, this helplessness into more productive outcome? What is the advice? The Magician. You got all the tools, all the skill set you need. You are just person, Knight of Swords. Act confidently. Move forwards. Your skills, your knowledge, your heart is more than enough. 9 of Wands. So I think this, you can interpret this in different ways, but the energy I get here is building something, building a fort for the helpless. This won't be a prison. This would be the place this will be the castle. This will be protecting them instead of imprisoning them. Instead of making them feel stuck, it will be protecting them when they need it. Ace of Swords. Again, truth breakthroughs. This will be a breakthrough, breakout mentally for people, whatever you do, whatever tangible thing you do. And it doesn't have to like build a fortress kind of thing, you know, like building a solid circle around you. And people would know that they can trust you, and maybe in times of need, they would ask for your help. Could be. It doesn't have to be something grandiose. Knight of Pentacles. So again, slowly building the community, maybe. Community they can trust, you can trust. The Star and Star here. Again, the Aquarius energy, also Temperance. I strongly get this Aquarius energy here. So Pluto is in Aquarius, changing for the good, for the communities, for people, for groups. I think, yes, you will. 9 of Pentacles, amazing energy. I think this will be a transformative and healing process for all involved, and most of all your sense of justice, your urge, your wisdom to see where people lack, where people feel desperate, and find a solution. I think you'll be divinely guided somehow. Is it an inspiration? I don't know. Is it a flow? Is it a guidance of your intuition? I don't know. But something like that. And like with this green, it's a dark green, but it's also a color of heart chakra for me. So this will be a heart work, light work, heart work. I don't know if I mentioned all the decks here. Bottom of the deck is the Light Warrior. So again, I think something tangible, something you would help people with, touching the ground, building something, building a farm maybe, I don't know. It can be anything. Okay, so I'd like to get an advice for you, a spiritual advice. So what is the advice? I see 111 now. Could be another synchronicity for you. All right, I think I'll take 2. For the beauty of your heart, they wanted to come. For other decks, it was 1 card. This was also, I think, with the Hunter deck. So I strongly advise you watch that one too, pile 2. I think you'll check it out, you'll see. All right, so you're the wise owl, you're thinking, and you're finding a way out of the woods. With your intuition, with your heart space. Never be afraid to voice your truth, as truth comes from a deep place within your soul. So your soul, your guides, your heart you will follow it. You will follow it, and it will lead you to a beautiful place. And here again with white horse and birds, with news, beautiful news, reaching out to people. We'll see. Surrender yourself to the flow of life and see how you can influence your future. Keep moving forward and your life's purpose will manifest. Like I said, you will be guided by the angels, by your intuition, by the inspiration, whatever path you follow, whatever you believe in. But I think you will be able to influence the future of yourself and people. And it will flow, like it will come with the flow. You will move with the flow, it will come with the flow, and everything will be alright. So, beautiful transformation. And thank you in advance for transforming people's lives. We all feel this desperation from time to time. I feel that too. And I think it's a good time and place to say. Sometimes I feel like that too. Also, I'm seeing 88 now. Could be another synchronicity. One person, what can one person do, we say, but every one person in the world did something. I think we will succeed at doing good things in this world, hopefully. So this was the reading, friends. If you like the reading, feel free to hit the like button. If you like to follow more readings, feel free to subscribe. If you'd like to check out other decks, like I said, I strongly got the second pile energy, like parallel energy somehow. If you feel drawn to that card, that deck, feel free to check it out. Love and peace, my friends.